Julius Caesar was born into a world that was already falling apart, even if most Romans refused to admit it. In 100 BCE, Rome still called itself a republic, but the system barely resembled the balanced government it claimed to be. Politics had become violent. Elections were controlled by bribery. Rival politicians hired street gangs to intimidate voters. Generals were starting to see their armies as personal property instead of national institutions. Civil war was no longer unthinkable, it was becoming normal. Caesar was born into the Julian family, one of Rome's oldest noble lineages. The Julii claimed descent from Aeneas, the Trojan hero, and therefore from the goddess Venus herself. That lineage carried enormous symbolic weight in Roman culture. But symbolic prestige did not equal security. By the time Caesar was born, his family was respected but not dominant. They were not wealthy enough to dominate elections. They did not control armies. Caesar did not grow up with guaranteed power. If he wanted greatness, he would have to build it himself. As a teenager, Caesar lived through one of the darkest periods in Roman history, the dictatorship of Lucius Cornelius Sulla. Sulla marched his army on Rome, something that had been unthinkable for centuries, and turned the city into a killing ground for his enemies. He created prescription lists. Names were posted publicly. If your name appeared, anyone could kill you without trial and claim your property. Entire families were destroyed overnight. Wealth, status, and law meant nothing if you were on the wrong side of power. Caesar became personally entangled in this terror. He married Cornelia, the daughter of Lucius Cornelius Cinna, one of Sulla's main enemies. When Sulla seized control, he ordered Caesar to divorce her. Caesar refused. This was not a romantic gesture, it was a political gamble. Compliance would have saved his life and his career. Refusal made him a target. Sulla stripped him of his priesthood, his inheritance, and forced him into hiding. Ancient sources record that Sulla eventually spared Caesar, but not without warning those around him that this young man would one day be dangerous. That moment defined Caesar's psychology. He learned early that power, not law, ruled Rome. He learned that fear shaped politics more than tradition. And he learned that survival required boldness, not caution. Rome did not reward obedience, it rewarded strength. By the time Caesar emerged from hiding, he already understood something most Romans refused to accept. The Republic was no longer stable. It was a battlefield disguised as a government. And if you wanted to survive in it, you had to be willing to break its rules before your enemies did.